Hello everyone, and how are we doing today? And I've just noticed that my screen is not showing what it needs to show, so let's sort that out. Doop, doop. There we go. Cool. Now we're zoomed in. How are we doing today? Hello, Sparky and Voxel Lady. I am basically just going to stream for as long as I feel comfortable sitting here streaming for. I want to avoid having any sort of indigestion, heartburny type situations happen, which means for most of today I have been getting up and walking about quite regularly just to try and keep myself as upright as possible. Feeling better? Yeah, I mean, my chest still kind of hurts because it wasn't just normal heartburn. Like, I was being very horrifically sick. Did have a conversation with the consultation with the doctor practice, and they are going to put me on some sort of medication, forgot what it's called, but they're going to put me on medication. Basically, they're treating me as if I do have dyspepsia, acid reflux. They're treating me as if I do have severe acid reflux. So tomorrow I will be picking up my my medicine stuff, and hopefully that'll work. And yeah, so we'll see if that propped up position. So, Sparky, this is funny. I'm just gonna break down exactly what happened yesterday evening, because I'm gonna be honest, it's not like a waking up kind of situation. So the past couple of times this has happened, I never used to suffer from it. I mentioned before, I've never really ever suffered with it. The only time I ever experienced heartburn properly for the first time was when I was having my son, and I got heartburn, had no idea what it was, and it hurt a lot. And then over the past sort of like month to 2 months, I've been getting it a little bit more frequently every single time. And the first couple of times I could understand, I'd had greasy foods and I'd been laid down after eating. But the last couple of times, it's not really had anything to do with that. I've eaten food, that has been healthy, non-fatty, non-processed meals, and then been perfectly fine for multiple hours. Last night, I had dinner before I did the Sandbox live stream, about half an hour to an hour before I did the Sandbox live stream. And that would have been, the Sandbox live stream was 7 p.m. my time, so I'd eaten around about 6. And I'd eaten at about 6, and it wasn't until 10:30 that I even felt anything happening. As soon as I did, I went straight away to go get my antacids, so my Renes that we've been using. I've got both Renes and just straight up basic indigestion tablets. So I went and took those, and it wasn't going away. In the past, I've been able to go stand outside. Fresh air has made it go away. That kind of made it seem like it was helping. But as soon as I stepped back inside, it came on horrifically worse, to the point where I was being physically sick. Like, I was throwing up, and the feeling of throwing up was causing relief, but then also causing pain at the same time. So I hadn't been laid down, I hadn't been doing anything like that. I'd been up straight, I'd gone for like a nice easy walk / jog, and then like 2 hours after that jog is when all of that happened. And it didn't go away at all for about 2 hours until I felt okay. And yes, then when I eventually did go to bed, because at this point it was getting close to 2 in the morning, so by 2 in the morning, the pain had subsided enough that I was like, okay, it's not going to start burning in my chest. So yeah, I got some cushions from the sofa, and I did prop underneath my bed. I did prop the bed up, so I was propped up much more. So yeah, I was more upright for that. And then all today, I've been sort of making sure to walk around and stuff. Everybody's saying congratulations and everything. Thank you ever so much. That's really, really appreciated. It's not To be honest, it's not going to be a serious thing. It's not going to be something super serious. People do suffer from heartburn. I had just never really felt pain like that. And when I have had heartburn and it's been horrible and it's really hurt, it's always gone away after about 15 to 20 minutes. The fact that I had this pain for and a horrible pain for over an hour until it started to slowly subside. Should try with a shot of tequila. I hate tequila. There is no... tequila will make me throw up, I can assure you. It's one of the only alcohol holds... One of the only drinks that I know if I took a shot would automatically make me gag. But yeah, no, I was propped up and I will continue to have the bed propped up. The doctors have prescribed me tomorrow. I'll be able to go pick it up. Some stuff to help with it. So hopefully that will be fine. It's just weird that it's started to come on for what doesn't seem like any reason in particular. They are going to do other stuff as well. They're going to want samples of bodily stuff. And they're going to take a blood sample as well, because it's been, I think it's been about 2 years since I've had any bloods done. So they're going to take my bloods as well. Yeah, Crypto Reaper, me too. So when I got it, the first time, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, it wasn't really I was like, oh no, what is this? And then I found out it was heartburn and I was like, okay, hope this doesn't happen again. And then probably a week later it happened again. And then I went a while without it. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, it probably was more than 2 months ago when it started. Probably looking at more 4 months ago, but there was a huge gap in between not having anything wrong and being like, oh, okay, it must be because of this reason. I avoid the hospital like the plague, which is ironic. So, yeah, I mean, we had the option to go to A&E, so the hospital. We chose not to, mainly because we got small kids in the house. We did end up calling out for an ambulance, but because they had done all the checks and they were sure that I wasn't having a heart attack, they were like, you're quite low on the list. So by the time everything had subsided, nobody had turned up, so we had to ring to be like, hey, don't send anyone. Wouldn't alcohol make it worse? I think alcohol would make it worse. Acid, reflux, and alcohol. Any consumption may increase symptoms of GERD and cause damage to... Yes, it can. Oh, well, that's going to make NFT, NYC a little less fun. Oh. Real cool. But yeah, I'm sure it's gonna phase out. What we've decided is I'm going to go on this medicine for about 4 weeks. The main things that they say if you are suffering from it is to lose weight and things like that. And I've done really well with my healthy eating and everything over the whole lockdown situation. I don't know what I'm making, by the way, guys, today. We'll think about it in a second. Yeah, over the whole lockdown situation, I did end up gaining some weight, like many people did, and I never really lost any. I didn't gain any more, but I wasn't really losing anything. So now I've decided to start losing some, and it's going very well, and the healthy eating is going very, very well. So I decided to make the change in my diet to, one, obviously, to lose weight, but also I didn't really like the idea of having all these horrible, heartburn issues, which did seem to be brought on more with fast food. But I'm not having fast food, and I'm still having the issues. So it's a bit weird. So yeah, and it's going well over the past 2 weeks. People, don't be shocked by the amount that I say I've lost, purely because anybody that has ever done a detox diet knows that the first week you lose a ton of water retention, so it's not that drastic. So over the past 2.5 weeks, I have lost around about 10 pounds. So over half a stone. As for anybody that doesn't know what that is, I don't. 10 pounds in kilograms. It's not going to be much. 4.5 kilos. There you go. Giving you it all. Roughly that, give or take. Our body fluctuates slightly day to day, depending on if you've been to the toilet, if you've eaten a meal, things like that. So roughly around that amount over the past 2.5 weeks. Now that I've gone past that detox, half a stone, kilos. People are like, what's half a stone? What's kilos? Kilos, kilograms. Like, roughly 10 pounds. Half a stone is 7 pounds, so just over half a stone. And then kilograms, 4.5 kilograms. Yeah, that should cover most of them. What is that in US hamburgers? I actually want to know. How many kilograms in US hamburger? It's around about 6 ounces. Let's not go into that. Many hamburgers. Many hamburgers. But yeah, so it's not that much when you think about it. Now that I've gone past like the main detox water weight loss section, I am losing weight at a normal, healthy, steady pace. Before anybody goes, that's a lot. Like, yes, it is a lot when you look at it, but it's mostly water retention that comes off in the first week and a bit. And then after that, it's regular weight loss. But anyway, let's talk about the Sandbox. So let's do just a little conversation over what is happening right now. I'm going to bring up this, and we can take a little look-see. So, if we go to home now, we have what's new in the community, stuff like this. Now, we do have 2 Voxedit contests happening. One of those Voxedit contests is finishing tomorrow midnight. So make sure you get those assets in. It is Keep Calm and Make Voxels. It is the pure British Voxedit contest. Why did that not take us to the article? That's made me mad. Open! The site's broke. Open in a new link. Will you work then? No, it doesn't want to work. Okay, Keep Calm and Make Voxels. Pure British Voxedit contest. Basically, because of the Queen's Jubilee, so 70 years on the throne, thought it'd be really cool to do a pure British contest. So create anything that inspires Britishness in your mind. Same rules apply as all other contests, so under 5k faces, keep that in mind. It does need to be animated. Length of animation isn't too big of a deal. So glad it wasn't a heart thing. Me too. It feels like it is though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And I mentioned this before when we talked about heartburn. It really does feel like there is something wrong with your heart. Like, very much so. I knew it wasn't like a heart attack or anything because I wasn't getting the other symptoms. Usually you go like clammy, you can sweat, you'll start to radiate pain on your arms. They do say back, but back can be numerous different things for me. I did have pain in my back. The pain in my back could have been due to me throwing up. So that's why they weren't worried about the pain in my back, nor my stepdad, who is a first aider, wasn't worried about that. And when he turned up with the aspirin, so kind of him, the first thing he did was like grab me by my face and just like let me look at you and start like touching me to make sure I'm not sweating and looking me over. But yeah, it's the thing is, growing up, I always thought heartburn was just like, because you always hear, or at least I did growing up, like someone going, oh, I've got a bit of indigestion, and doing like the chest boop 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 pat, and just thinking, oh, it's just a little bit. I've never seen anyone how I reacted. And I have quite a high pain tolerance, and women themselves have high pain thresholds because of our monthlies. And that's why a lot of women never pick up on the fact that they've had mini heart attacks, because the pain of a heart attack is apparently less so than what most women do have during their monthly cycles. And so it gets missed, which is insane for me to believe that. But yeah, it's like a horrific pain in my chest. Like, and if it's only for like 10 to 15 minutes, I can kind of grit and bear it, and I'll be a little bit panicky on the inside, but I'll slowly start to feel that it's wearing off. But what was happening last night, that it wasn't wearing off. So yeah, glad it wasn't a heart thing. But yeah, my stepdad straight away. And as well, like, there's no pain in my arm, no pain in my jaw or anything like that. I didn't have like jaw pain. My lips weren't turning blue. I was very pale, probably because I was being sick and was very, very much in pain. But yeah, let's get back. This is oh wait, of the burger, that's pre-cooked weight. Okay, right. Voxedit contest. Voxedit contest. Pure British one. Closest tomorrow to get all that in. The next Voxedit contest. Are you? None of these are going to open, are they? There we go. The next Voxedit contest is the cross between Sandbox and Cyberkongs. So we are having another partnered Sandbox contest with the Cyberkongs. So don't be making your version of the Kongs. Please don't make your version of these. Don't. That's not what we're looking for this contest. Don't make your own apes. Basically, look at their website if you want to take a look at their website. Get a feel of the theme of what their site is like. No, we're not opening that. So you get, like, they've got their This Is Oldie, an asset that they have, the vendor, the banana vendor. So you get, for me, it seems like jungle meets like cyberpunk, basically, is how I see their world. It's like cyberpunk, but in the jungle. So, right, and also greens and purples. So make assets that you think would look good in their world is what we're looking for the Cyberkongs Voxedit contest. So I think we also, yeah, don't make your own version of the Kongs. I saw some people be like, oh, do they want us to make apes? No, we don't want you to make apes. Don't make apes. Please don't make apes. Please, please, please don't make apes. Yeah, so just do something that is inspired by the Cyberkongs universe. Take a look at their site, jump into their community, see their Discord, see what they're all about, and create something in voxel form. And we do have not only do we have Sanders prizes, but we also have banana as prizes for first place up to 10th place. It's not often that we have partnered amounts down there, down all the way down to 10th place, but also for first to third place, not only do you get the banana prizes, you also get a Cyberkongs VX. But something what has an ape shape. No, don't make an ape! You're just making something that is inspired by their universe. You're not making an ape. Don't make an ape. I mean, you could potentially make a sign in the shape of an ape, like a neon type sign. I think that would be perfectly acceptable. In my opinion, that would be acceptable. But yeah, you get for first place, first, second, and third, a VX Cyberkong, plus the banana, plus the sand. It is insane. I really, really want to see some really, really cool stuff. Some real cool stuff for this. Please, please, please. You have until I fly out! Super Panda! You have until I fly out to America to get those in. And I guess, yeah, I guess I'm gonna be doing some work on the plane to start going through these. Either that or we're gonna have to get someone else to go through these. Good morning, afternoon, evening, a wet noodle. How are you doing? It is 6:30 my local time. Just doing a Joseph right there. But like, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff you could probably do with this. I just feel it's very like cyberpunk neon style, but jungle themed. Also, guys, don't forget that I am the one that introduced the good morning, afternoon, evening. It's just Joseph that decided to turn it into a show. Because he liked my saying so much! Anyway, right, so that is the main bit of news. 11:30 where you are? Oh, awesome. Oh, wait, no. We still have another little bit of news as well to add in, my bad. So, if we go over to Alpha, I don't know if this loads for everybody or only people with doggies, but we do have a special doggies event happening. If you own a Snoop Dogg doggies avatar, you can take part in this amazing little event. So, certain areas will open up. Now, the quest will always say, like, 0 out of 2, the quest won't go up. Where you'll be checking if everything's gone through okay is you'll go to contests and... Have they changed that? Did they change? There we go, you click participate and it will show you... It should show you everything happening here. So your bars down here should be grayed out if you have done them. The tweet might take a little while to register, but it will register. And over here, feeling hype. You're feeling hype. Does somebody want to give me some hype? Like, honestly, I could really, really use it. And if you discover the event, just click get details. And if you have a doggy, then click buy now and it will complete that for you. Hype. Wayward, hey, Wayward, how are you doing? How are you? So, yeah. There is X amount of M-Sand to be distributed during this event. It will be distributed between whoever actually completes it. So the more people that take part in this event, the less reward we have. But also, then we have lots of people. Oh wow, there's lots of little things happening. I could use some extra large cup of hype right now myself. Hey, candidly, me too. I'm feeling so much better, thank you. Good, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Yay. Hype, everyone's hyping. Hype. That's the amount of hype I could do. Don't think there is any other main news. Oh, but there are a few little tips in case people have these questions, which is right now, there's stuff being done on the website. So if you are trying to delete or replace assets, you might not be able to do that. This will be fine. Coming soon, they're working on fixes. I believe it could potentially be fixed. If it isn't, then let us know so I can push it forward, being like, hey, people are still saying this isn't fixed. Sure, throw out the hype, throw in hype, perfect. Everybody throw in some hype. Hype. This is my hype. But Wayward, were you streaming? Have you just finished streaming? Have you gone back to streaming now? Ice Pilot with the little panda pose. I love it. So yes, if you are struggling to replace an asset, don't worry, you will be able to. They're doing updates. It will be possible for you to replace assets. Right up until this point, I feel like a lot of people didn't realize this. So published assets can be edited and can be replaced. Okay? You should still potentially keep them unpublished while you're testing them, but if you do accidentally click publish, or you do press publish and then later on you're like, oh no, I really want to do this, you can edit the asset and replace the published one. It will move the published asset from published to unpublished, but no issue. The only time that you cannot make changes to an asset is when it has been minted. If you have minted something in the future and all of a sudden you realize this asset is broken, or it doesn't look the way I thought it should look, which you should always be testing your assets. Very, very much so. Like, you really need to be testing those assets to make sure everything works and looks how you want it to look before you mint it. But just in case something happens and, you know, you mint it and you're like, oh no, there's loads of issues, then what you want to be doing is you will need to burn all those assets, all of those that you have created, and then you can make a new one and publish it. But if people have already purchased it, then most likely you'll want to do like an airdrop. So you'll want to get a snapshot of everybody who owns that asset and then do an airdrop of that asset to everybody that owns like the broken version potentially. So try not to mint assets that could potentially be broken. Try and only mint when you are 100% sure that it is ready. When I delete body parts off a template, is there any way to get it back or make your own? Yeah. So let's take the mermaid, for example. I deleted her legs. Now I can go down here. Her legs are still in the library. So I could, if I wanted to, like go back to her hip and insert legs all on the skeleton and move those legs back over. I'm not going to, but I could move the legs if they're in the library. I could. For the make your own, yeah, you would go to new VXM and you would create your new body part, and you could just click that body part and move it over to the corresponding node. If you can do even if the asset is locked. But if the asset is unlocked, you can obviously delete pieces and put them in. Yes, it is temporary. Yes, vibes. It is temporary. They are doing updates and all that, so it is temporary. Caesar Butte, can you believe she was made in 3 hours or just under 3 hours? This is why I like doing the 3-hour Voxedit contests, because like you can create some really cool stuff. Yeah, she did come out very, very well. It took a long time for me to go through all of the animations. I had to do so much for all of these animations. I also decided for most things, other than attack 1 is on the floor, attack 2 is slightly higher, but everything else she is above ground, other than like anything that is meant to be on ground, or like the swimming. Like everything else she stood up, which is fine. Her hair is very nice. She's also got a little bit sticking out at the back to add a little extra. My favorite bit are her like ears. I love her ears. I think it's on one of them where I made her ears like pretty much flap, but I can't remember. Was it high? Idol? Idol 02? I can't remember which one, but on one of them I made her ears like do a little flap. Want her as an NFT? She will be an NFT for sure. And I'll probably make her rare. Like, I don't think she'd be common, but I don't really want to make her like epic or legendary. So I'm probably gonna make her rare. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing today. Well, I feel like I've been teaching you guys a few things already. We're half an hour in. I've got a feeling that today's stream's probably just going to be an hour and a half, and I will be getting up. I will be standing up in about like 5 to 10 minutes just to walk a lap of this room and come back just to make sure I'm keeping as up. I'm trying to like be as upright as possible. But anyway, should we do my little thing where I do the race maze just to get... How was IKEA? IKEA was great. Oh, I need to take a picture of what I bought. Actually, right. I'm going to take my quick walk right now because then I can go pick up my favorite two things that I love that I bought. The other thing is too big for me to bring over. But there's two things that I brought where yeah, I think you'll like one of them. I really do. So I'll be right back. Hello, Rats44 and his crew. But anyway, let's do this. Let's show you. So this is my favorite one, and I had to get it. So it's a little wooden crate, and it was like £8. So it was an absolute bargain. I did have to like screw it all together, so that was fun. But yeah. It's a little wooden crate. Don't know what I'm going to use it for. Probably going to order another one online because we also need to order a set of drawers that they didn't have in stock when we were there. So yeah, we're going to probably order one of these as well. And I'm going to use one as a planter outside and then most likely use this to put small, like my cacti in this. I might put my cacti in here and then just have them. But milk, of course. What else would I put in here? Just bottles of milk. And then the other thing, I had to get it. So the other thing, it was only 50p. Okay, so don't hate me. But I bought a purse. So this is a mini, like an IKEA bag, like when you're shopping and you get like the big IKEA bags. This is an IKEA bag as a purse. It's got like a little IKEA bit right there. It's hard to tell on here because of like the green screen and stuff, but we got IKEA written on there. We got this little purse. So yeah, I'm a sucker for miniatures too! Miniatures and giant things. Like, I either want to feel like a giant holding something or I want to feel like a tiny little dwarf holding something. So yeah, I'm a huge sucker for miniatures. So yeah, I had to get it. And it was only 50p. What are you going to do with this? With this? Put money in it! What else? And it's got like a little handy, I don't know what I'm attaching this to, but it's got a little attachy bit, as if I'm gonna stick it on my bag. Like it could just be a display piece. I don't need to actually put money in it. Share keychain, that would be awesome. But yeah, it's like an IKEA bag. I love it. It was really cool. And then the other things we got were So they're actually perfect for the size. Little plastic containers, like little food containers, but these are like really small ones. And I got them because I thought, hey, these look like the exact right size for the porridge, for sectioning out the correct portion of porridge, so I don't have to weigh it or use the scoop every single morning. I could just put like a couple of days worth of porridge in these pots and then just open the pot, tip it out, and then scoop with the pot and put it back. And they were the perfect size because we did have a 30-gram scoop. So I used the 30-gram scoop and poured it in the pot, and it was the exact right size. So that was really good. Then I think we got something else that I can't remember. And then we got a table, and it's a really nice table. So it's actually like a really good sort of solid piece of wood. And it's a table that folds both sides and just has like that middle section. And down the middle section is a bunch of drawers. So we got it in the living room to do for board game nights. So we can just like pull it out and we have board game night and just pull the table sides out, and then we've got a nice big table for board game night. Should have a Sandbox holiday. We really should have a Sandbox holiday. How can you be scared of huge things? Sometimes it's really fun, like giant playing cards. Have you seen giant playing cards? They're brilliant. Okay, right. Oh, I know what I was doing. I was going to play Race Maze. Now I'm wondering, is this gonna let me find it? I don't think it is. I wanna look at this. Oh, I want the other stuff. Like, no. No, you cannot play the other things. I think it should be fine. No, I don't think I can. No! How am I meant to play the other games? How am I meant to do Race Maze? We'd gone a walk, but I had to make sure to stop in and say hi. Ah, go have a lovely walk. I love going for a good walk. Enjoy your walk. Enjoy it. I guess I'm not going to be playing Race Maze. No, I want to play Race Maze. What am I trying to find? I want to play Race Maze. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm gonna pop into here. I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with the game that I'm making. I'm just double checking my emails real quick because I didn't check any before I finished. Got to just grant this person access to something real quick, and then I can be all your guys. Good contest. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment, and I will get back to you. That's not the right thing. There we go. Fine. Should be fine. Cool. Right, let's go to not Pandonia. That was the other part of the game. Could you pass me a link that contains information about the current contest? So all you need to do is go to the Sandbox website. I think the site's just a little broken at the minute, but you should be able to, if you go to the website and you go to home, you'll see that there is a Voxedit contest happening right here, or you can go to read more. Sometimes this site works, sometimes it doesn't, and you'll be able to see that there's keep calm and make voxels. That's not loading. Basically, go to the Discord, and there's two. Keep calm and create voxels, pure British contest, and the Cyberkongs contest are the two that are happening right now, as well as a game jam contest. So if you're good at Game Maker, there is a contest happening there. Right, let's work out what it is I need. What's going on in here? Oh, it's Raffy. So I think most of this is fine right now. I do need to figure out how to make it. What? Why am I getting? Oh, I didn't even spell defeat the skeleton right, but okay. But we talked to her. I don't know, and then it doesn't, then it automatically does that. So I need that to happen. Because then it works there. So I don't know what I've done wrong. But let's just double check everything down here. So I think we need to put a few more people in here. So I know I want the Dragonborn in here, and I think the Dragonborn is ready. I definitely don't think it's this guy. But yeah. Owned. That'll be anything that is mine. Double check. Maybe I've just not put him in yet. Oh, delete. Yeah, so I think not in. We do need a few more people. We need like some more general human types. Scallywag pirate. I own this? I made this? I made the Scallywag pirate? I definitely remembered making the Scallywag pirate for sure. Can I just see what she looks like? Is she gonna attack me? She is. Gonna attack me. Just pretty. Whoa, she has an epic attack. Okay, you're not a merely enemy. You're just a citizen, mate. Just a citizen. What a scallywag. I know, right? What a scallywag. Rhubarb? Who's saying rhubarb loads of times? I like rhubarb. But yeah, go to Discord and you'll see 2 contests happening. Discord will show you contests, I promise. What do you know about cryptos? What? I mean, that's a very broad question. Like, what do I know about crypto? I know quite a few things about crypto. Like, what are you asking? Let's have a proper look at the scallywag while we're down here now. Okay. Do you know what I do want? I want just 2 people in here interacting with one another, I reckon. Is what I do want. That's what I want. I want to make 2 people stand and interact. Sometimes I can't tell if Panda is frozen or just intense focus. Intense focus, my friend. If it freezes, it will freeze in a really unflattering manner. Let's be honest. She's just tired of it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That's funny. What's crypto? Yeah, what's crypto, guys? I feel like somebody at some point will just take what I say totally out of context, and then like they'll be like, "Hey, this one time on a stream you were like you totally didn't know what crypto was." Ha 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 ha. I'm like, well, I did. It's a joke. It's called a joke. But that's always what goes through my mind sometimes when I say silly things. On the internet? What? Out of context on the internet? No way! That almost never happens. Almost absolutely never happens. Well, I'm actually gonna take Julia and just change her a little bit. To be in forget about, yeah, I just ran, it just goes out of my head. Speaking about context, what did you link? A clip?
Everyone's triggered by the what? Says Lucas.
By the D. Oh, by the D. Oh my gosh, I love that. By the D. It was a D though. It was a big D. A digital asset that's created with cryptography that used the blockchain technology. Why do I feel like you're answering something that I've not seen someone actually ask, but cool. Panda looks like she could use some sleep. Yeah, I probably could. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I mentioned how I'd had horrific acid reflux / heartburn, whatever you want to call it, to the point that we almost had an ambulance brought out to me because it was so bad and the pain was not going away. Like, literally not going away. Pain did not want to stop. You love Julia's hair? Me too, but this is now not Julia technically. This is gonna be someone different. Her whole outfit's gonna change. Because I've gotta make her look different, so I'm gonna change her skin tone as well. Go for actually quite nice. Now it's a completely different person. You don't recognize who this is. I have Julia. I don't think I had Julia's nose that big. There we go. It's great. Super badass. She is super badass. Non-stop pain is the title of my autobiography. It was a big D. But yeah, no, I definitely do need some sleep. I didn't actually go up to bed until around about 2, half 2, when the pain actually stopped. And even then, it was a very disturbed sleep. Because I was sleeping at an incline. And don't know about you guys, I'm not very often sleeping at an incline when I go to bed. Rufio, like Rufio! Oh gosh, I did love Rufio. That was like my childhood crush. Was Rufio. Generally not lying. Like he legit was my childhood crush. Alright, I think potentially this bit could be alright, we'll see. I think the skirt's gonna have to change. Boots actually look kind of fine. I'm gonna change the skirt. Be brown because everything clearly needs to be brown. Parker, yeah. Trim it. I think most age-appropriate females were crushing, yeah. Also, just realizing that badass and naughty bottom have very different connotations. Yeah. Yep. I had some weird childhood crushes. Like, I crushed hard on, the word's gone out of my mind, on, David Bowie from Labyrinth. Like, that was a huge crush for me. Like, adored him in that. Crushed super hard. Probably a little inappropriate for a child to be crushing that hard. Being what ages? Okay, so when I was crushing on David Bowie in Labyrinth, I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, and a similar age for Rufio, I guess, as well. Maybe 9. I'm gonna check. When did Hook come out? When did Hook come out? 1992. So yeah, I was probably about 7 or 8 when I was also crushing on Rufio. Maybe 9. See, no, I didn't really crush on John Travolta. That wasn't a huge crush of mine. I'm gonna lie. He was alright, but not a huge crush. I don't think if I had any other sort of odd childhood crushes. Or maybe not odd, going off of literally everybody else. Like, no, that's totally normal. We're all just all in the same boat. To be honest, I think it was everything about Bowie in that film. Everything about him in that film. Not just the bulge. Like, I don't think my little 8-year-old brain was really focusing on the bulge. There was just something where I was just like, I love him. Trying to think. Oh, you know who I did crush on? Freddie Prinze Jr. Big crush time on Freddie Prinze Jr. And Forget his name, but the guy, Donnie Darko guy, that's gonna irritate me. I know his name. I know it. Donnie Darko. I know his name. It's gonna piss me off. Jake Gyllenhaal. That's it. Jake Gyllenhaal. They were older crushes. They were like my, my 12, 13-year-old crushes. They were more age appropriate crushes. And Orlando Bloom, but only as Legolas and Aragorn. So thingy, Viggo Mortensen. I think you got hit. I think you got his name very, very close to how it's spelled, if not perfectly correct. So well done. Jude Law wasn't a huge Jude Law like crush. No. Oh, and I did have a little crush. I did have a little crush on the guy that's in the was in Misfits, but is now in the Umbrella Academy. I can never remember his name. I feel awful because you'd be like, oh, well, he's your crush. You should remember his name. Apparently not. No brain. Brain's like, nope, you don't get to remember anyone. Wahaha. My brain's like, no, let me remember their name. Oh, Keanu Reeves. Crush on Keanu Reeves. I think. But I feel that was more normal, honestly. Like, I don't feel like that was a Jonathan Taylor Thomas, yes! From Home Improvement! Yes, I agree. 100% I agree. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Such a little fucking cutie. That was a huge crush when I was like 8 or 9. Why am I having crushes at 8 or 9? This seems very weird now. Your first fantasy wedding though. I've never when I fantasized my first wedding, I've really fantasized a wedding. Not really. Who's JTT? Oh, Jonathan Taylor. Oh, wait, Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Yeah, everyone loved JTT. Even if they claimed otherwise. No, he was cute. I remember he has a cute face. Right. How can you say when you're like 7 or 8, how can you say that he does not have a nice face then? He still looks nice in that picture. Doesn't look bad. Just seems weird now. Who? Who is that? Pop. Right, when you say Pocoyo, this is what we get. This is why I was confused. Like, you cannot tell me this was your crush at 8. If that was your crush at 8 years old, I'm worried. Please tell me this is not who you mean. Maybe your crush when you were, like, 5? Younger, I don't know. 4? Yes, that kid. What? No! That shouldn't be your crush at 8. Although, talking about cartoon crushes, oh, Kyo from Fruits Basket was my all-time favourite crush. Ice Pilot, if you had a crush on Caillou, then you need to go and tell Joseph that, because he will love that information and definitely won't say anything funny towards that fact at all. Will Wheaton, yes, that was a big crush for next gen. But no, right. So then you said like, so Will Wheaton when I was young watching next gen, but then when I was a bit older watching the one with Catherine Janeway, Come to Me, Words. What is it? What is the one with Catherine Janeway? There's. It's not Battlestar Galactica. Why is Battlestar Voyager? Oh, Quixote from Voyager was my major crush when that was on. Damn, that was hurting me for a minute there. But yeah, the like if we're talking about cartoon crushes, then Kyo from Fruits Basket for sure, and Kiba from Naruto. Hoddle, it's listening to you. It knows. I actually half want to keep the green on the skirt for just that bit. They're listening. They're listening. Go. Voxedit ASMR edition. Hello. We're gonna do some voxelizing. This is what voxels sound like. Hope you all enjoyed that. We're never doing that ever again. Now, listener Mike, stop saying it! I feel like you really want me to do it, and I'm just not going to because it doesn't sound nice. Like, in the slightest. Like, it does not sound like something I should be doing. Like, at all. Like, that just shouldn't be a thing. Just do it. No! No. Oh, okay. Because you told me to just do it, now I'm going to. Who's me? Some poor guy that's clearly going to get licked. Such a weird thing to capture an internet. Yeah, the licking of. We won't tell anyone. It's on the internet. You don't need to tell anyone. You could just show them. It's not happening. Not only, right. So not only because, like, I just don't want to do it because it seems odd. I legit don't think it would be a nice experience for me. Okay? I'm not on about for you guys. I legit don't think it's going to be a nice experience for me to do it. The clip button is ready. Which is one of the main reasons I won't do it, is because it just doesn't sound like it's going to feel nice. I do not consent! Like, the idea of it just... You know, when people say about fingers on a chalkboard, if you're old enough to understand that, and, like, you kind of feel like, that's how that sounds to me. Like, licking a mic... Like, because it's got a whole thing. Like, let me bring it over to you guys so you can see. I don't know what you guys can see because there's a delay. Right, so this is like fabric. This is fabric. So I feel like licking this is just not going to feel good on my tongue. It makes me think about the idea of, like, if when you're a child and you got a little nervous and you're wearing one of those horrible knitted jumpers from, like, your nan, and, like, sometimes you just get a bit and, like, you'd bite it because you're nervous, and then you realize, gosh, this is what this reminds me of. This is what I think in my mind is what it's going to feel like. So, no. Electrocution? I doubt it has the risk of electrocution, no. You came back at a great time. Yes, you did. Yes, you came back at a time. A weird time. I'm enjoying the weird time. It's all fun and games. We're all having fun. Right. So Julia, Rufio, Julio, whatever we're calling her, we are going to get a friend for her to be talking to. We're just going to go up here. Really, we should have done this and gone people, and then move her to people, and then import. Then I am going to find and get Mike. Change Mike though, because his clothes aren't really looking very fantasy-esque. But everything else about him is looking great. So his clothes need to change, but everything else is good. Are they going to kiss? No, they're not kissing. Julia. But it's meant to be like Rufio as well. But Rufia. Yeah, nobody licking no foam covers, all they're jamming their tongues down fake ear. Ah! What? What? No! Is that from whatever link was shared? Because I don't click links. I don't click links that you guys put in. You shouldn't be allowed to put links. I haven't worked out how to turn that off. But no! No! No. Stream froze on you again. Oh, no. Don't let it freeze on you again. Alright, gotta get some ideas of clothing to put him in. Okay, I think we're gonna go. I want just nothing too flashy. I think we're gonna go with nice. Let's go for a 15. Right, let's go for a 16, just so we have a little room to work with. Let's go for 13. Let's bring this forward to 9, which is great. Go 1. Yep. I'm gonna back over so everything's in line. It's nice light brown. Like, oh, that's not light enough. A little bit lighter. Yep. Be like part of a coat. Down the middle. Okay, that's looking not too shabby. And let's extend that to a 10. You forward one, and then shimmy. So fine, beautiful. Go out here, cross. That. Good type thing. Okay, right. Well, we're here to chat. We are here to chat. Mike's, you can lick here. Wait, what? Oh gosh, you guys have gone weird. It's great. I love it. So I'm stuck in the car today for 14 hours with my husband, 2 kids, and my father-in-law. I can't hear the stream at the moment, but I can still see chat. There we go. Yay. Totally buy an avatar of Panda licks some Mike, makes it an attack or something. Oh, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it just for you guys. Not now, but at some point. I'm gonna make it for you guys because I kind of want to now. And then I'm actually gonna keep the blue of this. Just kind of make it seem like... there with nice white-ish. Dark color. Who's gonna be at NFT NYC me this year? Who's gonna come and see me and get pictures taken with me? Who's coming to do that? Who's gonna be at NFT NYC and get a picture with me? Yeah. Hoddle Hill is. Hoddle's gonna get some pictures with me. We're gonna have loads of pictures, we're gonna party it up, but apparently I can't have too much alcohol because that's gonna play with my acid reflux, but maybe it'll be okay. Let's see. But it's fine because I got travel insurance, which is really, really needed because I'm going to America where stuff is expensive. Maybe Batman TV? Maybe Batman TV. Is Batman TV in the chat? Yeah, I'm not a huge drinker anymore anyway. Like, I don't get as much time to drink as I used to. But I'm alright with not drinking loads. But it would be nice to have a little tipple. Not gonna lie. It'd be nice to have a little tipple. Like, sorry guys, gonna be a party pooper. Can't drink. Because my tummy will be all horrible and you'll have to listen to me moan. Sure, it'll be fine. Right, and I'm gonna just slightly change this blue to just being like. And we're gonna go for maybe this. I'm gonna quick little look. Yep, love that color. That is a great color. Yeah, definitely having that. Have a look. Oh, that is starting to look real friggin' nice. Gonna lie, liking the look of it. All the way down his arm. Is that the right one? Is that the right shade? Nope, that is a darker shade. This one. Just gonna go to a, oh, hello. Go to a wrong one. Go to around here. Darker one. Quite like that. Yeah. Really good so far. Looking out for a package right now, but trying to stay focused. Nice place to visit, stay away from healthcare. Yeah. Don't get sick here. It's fine, my travel insurance covers me up for 4 million, so I think that should be fine. Should be fine. Obviously I'm not planning on getting ill. Don't really want to get ill. Never want to get ill anywhere, at any time, particularly. Especially when I'm in a country that isn't my own country. But yeah, I'm covered at the very least. Like 2 days at our US hospital, don't even. It makes me sad to think about what you guys have to go through and all of that shiz. And the fact that even if you have insurance, it kind of doesn't cover everything. Just makes me very sad and angry for you guys. What? Oh, you guys are being funny. I mean, there are plenty of places I can suggest you move to, but yeah. There are plenty all around the world that are good places to live. See, this is the thing. I've heard arguments along these lines, like, oh, you have to pay so much in taxes, though. Like, yeah, but also it still covers everything. Like, you guys pay your health insurance, and if you happen to go to the hospital, you still have to pay out of pocket to some extent. In the UK, even like if you took the extra taxes that we pay that go into the NHS, if you take that as like our insurance, we are still paying significantly less than what you guys do for your health insurance, which is, yeah, but we're not going to get into politics. Try to stay as much out of it because other people's countries aren't really overly my business. I can say what I think's right and wrong. I definitely think the fact that your healthcare system is very wrong. There are other things that I think is incredibly wrong in that country too, but we also can't, you know, say like there isn't anything wrong in other countries, because there's a lot of wrong in lots of countries, but okay, so what I'm gonna do here, just because I want it to look like it's starting to be done up, so what I'm actually gonna do is start to get this and actually get this. Start to, right. That. Go down here and like one roughly place. Yeah, okay. That doesn't look. Trousers probably need sorting out just a little bit. Bit to this. Okay, so we'll just extend this to a number 7. I remember which brown I was using, so I'm just going to use that for now. Kinda looks like the right sort of brown. Then what we're going to want to do is extend this to a 12. You that way, and then shimmy you there. Check it. Okay, not great. That one's lined up. This side is not. Could do a little thing. No, don't like that. Instead, we're going to delete these bits. There and there. We're going to keep this little line right there. Trim, and then I'm just going to add a little extra coming off of this that's going to attach to the bit, so it'll move it. I think that'll look better. Right, what time are we on? Okay, so we've done an hour and a half. I was only going to do an hour and a half just because of how I've been feeling. I think we've done pretty all right. We have done Julia to Rufia, Rufio, Julio, Coolio, Julia, Rulia, Coolia, Ruflia, Julia. But yeah, we've changed Julia to look a little bit different. Still Julia, kinda, but I think her outfit was still kinda keeping in tone. I might do another tattoo on this side of her, but I think she still looks like she belongs in a fantasy world. Banana, Fanana, Fofulia, exactly. What's your method for adding shading to models? Do you have a rule of thumb when for when/where to add shadows? So with bigger things, it is much easier for me to add more natural shadows to things. For people, it can get a little bit hard. So let's take the trousers, for example. I've done more like highlights on these instead of shadows, but the shadowing would work similar to that. So you could do a darker line, like on the inside of the leg, a slightly darker line would give you a better shadowing. For people, it can be quite hard. I've tried to do it on this bit. I could go on the sleeves right here, so I would select that, add a new color, because this one is just like a little bit too harsh in my opinion. That's just a little too harsh, so what I would do is I would add maybe this and then just lightly add a bit, play about. Get like a nice little effect on the arm that gives it a more natural look. But it for me, it does go. I've searched every direction I could, can't find race made, sorry. We have lobby, Zolia, Club XYZ. It's fine. It's fine, candidly. It's fine. I'll just cry about it. But it'll be back after the Snoop Dogg stuff. Oh, sorry. Yeah, once all the Snoop event stuff's finished, it'll be back, so it's fine. I can wait, I suppose. But yeah, it gets hard doing very good shadowing for smaller assets, but for larger ones, I do try to look at how shadowing would actually look in real life and be as close to that as possible. I go for a little bit less of a realistic thing with the assets I do create, mainly because most of my stuff I try and keep within the Creative and Sandbox theme, which is less realistic and more sort of, I don't want to say cartoony, but a little bit more simplified in style to keep in that theme. I really think these two look great. I'm not gonna lie. Needs to change his trousers, obviously, but I think he's coming along real well. I'm gonna put a beer mug in his hand. In fact, we can just quickly import that in right now. So if I go to... There's all my stuff. Table, there should be one on table. There we go. Go to mug, and then I get his hand, create child node, and I'll do mug. Get the mug. It's huge. He's drinking a big drink. It would be easier if his hand was outstretched. Mug in the right place. Might have to make it just smaller. Now the mug's positioned, I can now move his arm kind of wherever I want with the saying roughly in the area that I want it to be in. In that. It's got a bit. It's going to be my break, and I'm so looking forward to it. Yay! It will also be kind of, I'll be working, but it will also kind of be my break It'll be great, and I get to meet so many people, like, in real life. I've met Andy Ritchie in real life, so it'll be cool to see him again in real life and catch up with him. But everybody else, like Joseph, Seb, Julia, Alex, Lucas, Conrad, I've never met these people. Cody and Lozen, I've never met these people, like, actually face-to-face. Touche. I've never met them face-to-face, so it's going to be really, really cool. When are you all going? So, Andy's flying out, I think, a day or two before I do, because he got a slightly earlier flight. I couldn't justify going out earlier, so I had to get a slightly more expensive flight. So I fly out on the 19th so like a few days before the event, just to get acquainted with people, maybe do a little sightseeing on the first day there so I can actually see stuff. But yeah. Anyway, I think we've done a pretty good job. Can't wait to finish these guys off, get a nice little animation so I can make the bar area in my game just be that little bit more alive. That's sometimes what you really want, is like people in your game that can really sort of bring a little bit more life. Which is also why it's really important to keep those amount of faces down. We talked about the amount of faces. I played that game that was super, super laggy on my end, and one of the main reasons it was so laggy was because they had like all those individual grass pieces. And I do have this still open up, so I could probably find the grass pieces if I go off of owned, type in grass. So they were using like these overgrown grass, and they had these everywhere. These were like dotted about like no one's business. Like so many of these. So I can't even get rid of them all. Delete, 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 delete. Oh my gosh, what did I do? But in terms of faces for these, please, so I can zoom in. So we got 6. Another 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 26. There's more over here. 26, 27, 28. Potentially 29 times 6. How many is that? Anyone do quick maths? Roughly 29, could be more. 29 times 6. So that's 174 faces. That's not too bad. That's a total of 174 faces. That's not bad. But placing this super, super many times is too many faces, guys. So, yeah, you do want to be a little careful about the assets that you put in your games, as well as the amount of faces. But more importantly, the amount of nodes. So the amount of nodes in there. Now, if it's a static asset, then the nodes actually just equal 0. So if there's no animation whatsoever, you don't really need to worry too much about the node count. If there is animation, then that's when you need to worry about your node count. So when is the event? The event is from the, I think, from the 20th until the 23rd. 20th to the 23rd. But yeah, it's gonna be great fun. Which is also, so stay tuned, because hopefully I will this weekend. Let me double check. No, where is it? This is it. Yeah, it's gonna have to be this weekend, guys. So hopefully, potentially on the Sunday, not the Saturday, we might be doing another 3-hour Voxedit live contest, but we'll see how busy I am, because that is a lot of time, and how I'm feeling in myself as well. There will be a notification going off if that's happening, because I won't be doing it next weekend, because I will be getting ready to fly. Let's get ready to rumble. Anyway, I'm gonna finish. I will potentially do another hour and a half extra on the Wednesday or Friday daytime. If I get a chance, I do have to record a bunch of videos, get a bunch of stuff done. So, yeah, we'll see how it is. But otherwise, I will 100% be back on Thursday. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully, I'll be feeling all a-okay. I didn't want to push myself too much for the stream today, though. Just trying to keep my body relaxed as possible. And I didn't want to have to keep doing sort of every sort of half hour, getting up and walking for a little bit. But for anybody that wasn't here earlier, hope you enjoy my tiny, tiny little IKEA purse. This is a like in the style of the IKEA bags. It's a tiny little IKEA purse. So enjoy. And then the other thing I got from IKEA that I can show you, because the biggest thing is a giant ass table, so I'm not showing you that on stream. Weirdly enough, I'm not the Incredible Hulk, but this crate for my many milk bottles that we get because we're British and we all get milk from the milkman. Anyway, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or wherever you guys are in the metaverse, and I will see you next. Oh, go raid. Is there anybody to raid? Give me a second. I don't usually send you guys off to raid someone, but yeah, let's have a quick look. The Sandbox. See, is anybody streaming Sandbox content? You guys are watching me, and there is one other person. Don't know who it is. There's one other person building in the Sandbox if you want to check them out. Otherwise, go do whatever you guys want to go do. Oh, wait, is Rock 808 is live doing whatever game it is he's doing. It's not the Sandbox, but Rock 808 is really cool, so maybe check out them. But yeah. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening. No, that's the wrong thing. Where's my screen? There we go. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. I'm going to use my Sandbox stream thing to end because I can't find my actual end screen anymore. So, bye! Thanks for watching, guys. See you on Thursday.